Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of MJ Everyday. I'm going to talk to you guys today about cardio, and in particular, the different types of cardio. So guys, there are three main types of cardio, or three different ways that you can perform cardio. There's LISS cardio, L-I-S-S, low intensity steady state. There's MISS cardio, M-I-S-S, medium intensity steady state. And then there is HIIT cardio, H-I-I-T, high intensity interval training. So for those of you who maybe get them confused a little bit, I just want to break it down real easy for you. And then this is obviously going to give us some foundational stuff that we can talk about in future episodes of MJ Everyday. So LISS cardio, low intensity steady state, as the name suggests, is relatively low intensity cardio. It's not too strenuous, it's not too difficult, it's low intensity, and it's done at a steady state. So you'll perform low intensity steady state cardio usually for 30, 45 minutes up to an hour. Because it is low intensity, you can do it at that intensity for an extended period of time. So usually a good rule of thumb to dictate whether or not you're doing low intensity steady state is you should be able to have quite an easy conversation while you're doing it. So we're talking about a brisk walk here, guys. Maybe for some people might even build up to a power walk or something of a similar type of low intensity style of cardio. Medium intensity steady state is, as the name suggests, kind of one level up from low intensity steady state. So the intensity is a little bit higher. Still not to the point where it's particularly strenuous, hence you're able to do it at a steady state for an extended period of time. You're usually not going to be able to do it for as long a period of time as you would low intensity steady state, because the intensity is a little bit higher, hence why it's called medium intensity steady state. And a good rule of thumb is you should still be able to converse, but it's going to be more difficult. So you might get a few words out, take a deep breath, get a few words out, take a deep breath. So what we're talking about here, your medium intensity steady state, guys, might be on a rowing machine. It might be on an elliptical trainer where you're working relatively hard but not flat out. Stairmaster is a good one. The Devil's Staircase, one of my personal favorites, is a good example of medium intensity steady state cardio. The final type of cardio, high intensity interval training, HIIT style cardio, is maximum effort for a very short period of time, followed by a rest period. Hence why it's called high intensity, which involves the maximum effort, and then interval training, which means you want to be working so hard that you actually can't sustain that effort, you can't sustain that intensity for a long period of time. Hence why you work really hard for a short period of time and then give yourself a rest period or an interval off. That's why it's called interval training. It's like an on interval followed by a rest interval, or what some people call an off interval. So what we're talking about here is we're talking about maximum effort style training. We're talking about sprints. We're talking about using a rowing machine but going absolutely flat out for a short period of time. We're talking about you could use a Stairmaster as well and just taking it up to the maximum speed and doing that for a short period of time. We're talking about any type of cardio where you are going absolutely flat out for as long as you can, which for most people is going to be 20 or 30 seconds tops, followed by a rest period to allow your heart rate to come back down, allow you to get to a state where you can go absolutely flat out once again. Good rule of thumb for high intensity interval training: you should not be able to converse. You should be completely focused on catching your breath. It should be that difficult that the only thing you're trying to do is literally survive during your high intensity, at least the on intervals in your high intensity interval training. So that's it, guys. That's some foundational knowledge for you guys on the three main types of cardio: low intensity steady state, medium intensity steady state, and high intensity interval training. And that's a wrap for today's episode of MJ Everyday. As always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and turn your post notifications on, both on your mobile or your cell phone and your desktop PC, so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Until tomorrow, I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Stay massive.